Alright guys, so here's the last video for the Motion Picture Notion Season 4. It's been a hell of a year. It's been a hell of a decade, frankly. And that's really what this video is going to be about. It's just to pay homage, to a little tribute to the 2010s. Honestly, overall, I think it was a really good era for film. There's a lot of like rehashings and stuff. And were they done badly, I wouldn't much appreciate it, but most of them were actually done really well. You know, you have films that are just visual wonders, like Mad Max Fury Road and Blade Runner 2049, that had, really pretty big shoes to live up to, and I mean, can be argued that both films actually exceeded their predecessors. So that's why I'm saying, if you have a way to like remake something or revisit something or continue something and have it just as, if not more interesting, then, well, hell, why not? You have like an era of movie universes. It's not the first time that this has happened. I mean, ever since there's been film with like the monster movies in the 30s, they've done crossovers like Wolfman versus whatever, you know. So this isn't the first time that this has happened, but this is the first time that like we've really begun to like sort of chronicle film. It's like there are continuations of things that we haven't seen from sometimes even the 70s. Halloween, you know, for example, they decided to scrap all the sequels because given the direction that the sequels went in, you know, it's kind of good that they were like, all right, screw it. Like we're gonna say this is a direct sequel 40 years after the first one, and now they're going to make 2 sequels to that going forward in the future. Then you had your Disney. This was the era of Disney. And not for nothing, Disney started off pretty goddamn well. I mean, the Marvel Universe leading up to Thanos, even if they start screwing up the Marvel movies, by this point, I would say that what they've done is phenomenal. It's amazing, it's epic. It's really never been done like in one decade the way it has been done now. And all these movies were great. I mean, all these movies were at least good. Like, I would say the original Thor was kind of eh, but it wasn't like bad, it was just okay. It was mediocre. That's pretty damn impressive. So, Marvel Studios, owned by Disney, has been knocking it out of the park. The Star Wars movies, I actually still have not seen The Rise of Skywalker. Force Awakens, I really liked. I didn't care for the ending. And then The Last Jedi went totally SJW, going for the whole woke factor, going for the whole feminism factor, which is kind of annoying when it's not like a subtle allegory, when it's kind of like in your face. That's what everybody wants to see in their Star Wars movie. A purple-haired woman who might as well be holding a sign that says, "Get the cocks out of the cockpit." It's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, and that's been happening with a lot of movies lately. It's really started towards the tail end where there's like this kind of feminist agenda being shoved down your throat. Now here's the thing, okay? Whenever a revolution happens, be it in society, be it in film, what have you, it needs to be audacious. It needs to piss people off, okay? I still think it's stupid, but the fact of the matter is, it will open doors to things that are good in the future. Like, it would be nice if like the base of our movies was kind of all inclusive and women were more than just like an object to be rescued by a male hero. That's respectable. I still hated the fact that the new Terminator movie basically shit on the first 2 Terminator movies' very existence. It's just too in your face, and I actually think that it's doing more damage to the feminist movement than it is helping it, because like Hollywood is gradually, I mean, they're rich as hell, but they're gradually starting to lose money, you know, and streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus and stuff, those are starting to become kind of the wave of the future, which, by the way, I found out I got Disney Plus for free with my Verizon subscription, and they're knocking it out of the park. The world, according to Jeff Goldblum, is freaking fantastic, and I mean, just going forward, we're just going to have so many different platforms that Hollywood's really going to have to kind of clean up their act. Now, as far as going forward into the future, I usually do like a New Year's resolution, and I've been okay at it this season. I said that I would swear less, which indeed I have sworn substantially less. I said I was going to try not to get political. Here's the thing with that. Our movies these days have become so ridiculously politicized, and when it actually hurts the flow of the movie because somebody is injecting their politics into it, I'm going to comment on it, because I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that in film. I have a problem with that in my stories. I don't like seeing once great works being butchered by somebody's agenda. It bothers me to my core. However, okay, and this will be my New Year's resolution this year, okay? However, going forward in the future, I'm going to try to approach said topics with a little bit more humor, a little bit more levity. I'm gonna try to do less like angry ranting and maybe a little bit more kind of playfully poking fun. That seems to be a good way to change. And that's really the only way I'm probably going to change. I'm going to change my opening again for like the, 8th or 9th time since I've had this channel. I'm going to change some things. I have a Phantasm poster that you saw on this season that was signed by the entire cast, minus Angus Scrimm. It's going to go right there, front and center. I'm going to have a Phantasm shrine, okay, with my new box set over there. And then I'm going to also get some VHS and replace all these DVDs. And other than that, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we got coming in 2020. So, guys, it's been fun, and I'll see you next year. That's all she wrote.